We're going to go back to a story we told you earlier on, and tonight it is emerging that President William Ruto's name has been invoked in a series of meetings where senior government operatives pushed for changes in the board of the Nairobi Hospital. On Monday last week, the chairman of the Nairobi Hospital, Dr. Barclay Onyango, was summoned to Harambee House, that's the office of the president, and was instructed to cause 3 vacancies in the board and names issued as replacement to those vacancies. Now, the board chair was reportedly told that arrests would follow if the changes were not made in the board. As our very own Citizen TV investigative reporter O.D. Francis reports, an intense scramble for the control of the hospital is appearing to approach a turning point. Take a listen.
It is an intense but silent scramble that has been going on for more than 1 year now. The arrest of Dr. Job Obwaka, Advocate Samson Kinyanjui, board member Valerie Gaya, and former board member Chris Bichage marks a nasty turning point in the scramble. Citizen TV has tonight established that an air of intimidation has been hanging over the Nairobi Hospital Board of Directors for some time now. 2 powerful offices have been mentioned, that is State House and Harambee House, both which constitute the country's seat of the presidency. In a meeting held at Harambee House on 9th March 2026, that is last week on Monday, the name of President William Ruto was invoked as senior official associated with the head of public service, Felix Kosgei, communicated express demands for changes in the Nairobi Hospital Board. According to sources, State House wanted 3 vacancies to be caused in the board. The meeting was also told of 3 names that instead be included in the board. The Nairobi Hospital Board chairperson, Dr. Barclay Onyango, who attended the meeting, was told that the president required those changes within the week. This was reportedly followed with a threat that arrest would be made at the hospital if those changes are not effected. Sources confirm that numerous meetings have been held at Harambee House and State House to discuss the management of Nairobi Hospital. In one of the meetings, a senior government official told the Nairobi Hospital Board members that President Ruto was deeply concerned because, and I quote, "Though Nairobi Hospital is a private hospital, it has a public character," end of quote. Sources also claim that State House previously directed the board to co-opt its nominees to the board. In a memo dated 6th February 2026, then Nairobi Hospital Company Secretary Gilbert Nyamweya announced to co-option into the board Dr. Sylvester Okumu Kasaku and Mr. Moses Agui Ondaba as board members. Both names reportedly submitted by Harambee House. Sources also allege that Harambee House wanted force up to 9 changes in the 14-member board. This would mean a majority control of the board and therefore the decision of the multi-billion shilling hospital. The Nairobi Hospital ownership structure is said to be the fuel behind the wrangles that has dogged the hospital for more than 3 years now. The hospital is run by the Kenya Hospital Association, a club-like grouping with more than 3,000 members. The hospital ownership is limited by guarantee under a Companies Act. The Kenya Hospital Association is a non-profit entity and operates a hospital whose monthly earnings are between 1.5 billion shillings and 1.6 billion shillings. The weak ownership structure is said to be a key factor in what insiders are describing as external pressure to force the hospital to be a company limited by shares as opposed to limited by guarantee. It is against this backdrop that members of the board say they have been facing intimidation, including threats of arrest for money laundering. And in a letter seen by Citizen TV, the Asset Recovery Authority wrote to NTSA listing 34 vehicles for investigations in relation to proceeds of money laundering. The Nairobi Hospital say most of the vehicles belong to innocent staff members. The arrest of Dr. Job Obwaka and Samson Kinyanjui has seemed within the Nairobi Hospital, bore as part of an active move to take over the hospital. Ode Francis, Citizen TV, Nairobi.